Honorable Speaker.
And I can confirm she also has a bright future.
Right Honorable Speaker, the House has not uploaded that. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The Honorable Chemaswet has requested that I start off by requesting you to allow him see off Shiba as she's leaving.
Yeah, wow. I think what is important is for us to give an opportunity to Shiba to first see who Chemaswet is before we. So Chemaswet, you can come in. Please, Honorable Nyamutooro. Honorable Nyamutooro.
Right Honorable Speaker, allow me start by laying on table.
A procedure, Honorable.
Heard it about Honorable Chemaswet. There's one time we were someplace in Chankwanzi and he carried one of the female ministers and I don't know where he was going to take that lady, Honorable Bigombe. Is it procedurally right to allow Honorable Chemaswet with that history to follow Shiba?
Now, Honorable Kabasharira, because I was also not sure of Honorable Chemaswet, I never made the ruling. So let's proceed. So I won't be culpable in any way.
Lay on table a copy of the petition by the Uganda National Musicians Federation. I beg to lay. Right Honorable Speaker, the petition states that the petitioners are citizens of Uganda and members of the Uganda National Musicians Federation, an umbrella body that is geared towards promoting, protecting, and development of the music industry in the country. The petitioners are alive to the fact that since the enactment of the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act in 2006, some aspects of the law have been outdated in light of advancement of technology and emergence of international practices that have changed the nature in which the copyright operates. Right Honorable Speaker, as a result, it is very prudent that this law is revised as soon as possible. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2006, I was in primary school, and today as a member of Parliament, it simply means that for decades, the industry has never sought refuge.
Honorable, can you read the petition?
Yes.
Okay? Because the petition was given to you, just read the petition. No, please, Honorable, under the petition.
Thank you, Right
Don't
Honorable
listen to
Speaker.
strange voices.
Right Honorable Speaker, the petitioners are not just contributors to the creative industry, but are also contributors to the economy. And with the existing legal framework for distribution of revenue collected from callback tunes, which disadvantages the artists as most of the revenue benefits the telecom companies rather than the artists who should benefit more from their works. Right Honorable Speaker, the petitioners aver that in order to encourage creativity and innovation, and as a way of growing the creative industry, the following proposals ought to be put in consideration by the Executive and Parliament while amending the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act. 1. Revision of the charges for callback tunes to ensure a fairer split of the revenue collected from the callback tunes in the percentage.
Just wait. Honorable colleagues, you should study the mood of the speaker. you should study the mood of the speaker. Okay? Yes. Don't think I can't hear. You should study my mood. Please, go on.
In the percentage of 60% to be retained by the artist and 40% to be remitted by both government and telecom companies. Secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, imposition of a copy levy on devices used in reproduction of copyright-protected works to be shared equally between government and holders of copyright and neighbouring right registered under this Act. Imposition of strict measures against broadcasters who use pirated content because it undermines the intellectual property rights of the artists, hence causing a negative effect on their livelihood. Your petitioners recommend a fine of not less than 5 million shillings to be paid by a person who is convicted of infringing the copyright of an artist. Right Honourable Speaker, the petitioners suggest that the digital era needs to be embraced relating to the protection of the rights of artists in the digital domain, fostering innovation in digital content creation, and facilitating fair compensation for online use of copyrighted works. The adequate capitalization of collective management organizations in order to empower CMOs to carry out their duties such as licensing, collecting royalties, and enforcing the legal framework on copyrights. Right Honourable Speaker, the petitioners suggest that there should be an establishment of a clear and transparent structure for the CMOs that incorporate a high level of accountability, including regular audits and reporting mechanisms to ensure that royalties are distributed fairly and promptly to the rightful owners. Right Honourable Speaker, it would be prudent to the petitioners if registration and regulation of all third parties, including telecom aggregators who are involved in the distribution and dissemination of the copyrighted content, requiring broadcasters to dedicate 90% of airtime to Ugandan music as a way of promoting local content and supporting the development of the industry in the country. Right Honourable Speaker, the petitioners suggest that we encourage the Ugandan models, actors, actresses, and artists in the advertising, promotion, influencing, and endorsement of products by companies in Uganda and developing Ugandan publishers through the imposition of higher charges of publishing licenses for non-Ugandans as a way of empowering the local creative industry, provide employment opportunities for local content, and help build a distinct national identity in advertising. And lastly, Right Honourable Speaker, the petitioners propose that requiring aggregators of licensed Ugandan intellectual property to be domiciled in Uganda as a condition for operating to ease accountability, since they will be subjected to the country's legal framework on the copyright law. Now, therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, the humble petitioners have a main prayer that seeks your indulgence to task the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs and all relevant authorities to amend the Copyright and Neighbouring Rights Act 2006 and incorporate the above proposals. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Thank you. Please. Now, honourable colleagues, I know this is a matter a few colleagues have been following upon. But you cannot stop members of the public from petitioning. Rule 30 is very clear. At any time, because for them, they don't know what you're doing inside here. They are not privy. Okay? Oh, now, maybe I needed to inform our visitors that for you, you're not supposed to clap or... I think they were not briefed by our protocol team. Yeah. You appreciate at heart. So they have their issues. I know Attorney General has been making strides. Attorney General, you want to make any comment on this?
Understand our musicians' concerns. Our chambers have been working on this law, but we welcome the petition. We shall work with the committee and see how to improve it and accommodate their interests. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Now, Attorney General, I want to refer the petition. I want to handle this petition in two ways. One, there are issues which are low-hanging fruits for our music industry. These people are losing a lot of money, especially to the telecoms. These ringtones you're seeing being used and all that, some people are benefiting and some of these musicians are earning zero. Now, if you're to wait around 6 months, how many months of processing a row, they are losing revenue. It's like you having your own business, just leaking. Someone is taking proceeds out of your business and you're not getting anything. They have aggregators, and I know that industry of aggregators very well. I know it very well. I've ever owned a business in that line, so I know it deeply. So they have aggregators who are, you find a song which you pay 1,200 shilling, an artist gets like 70 shillings. Some of them get zero. Okay? So what I want to do is, on the issue of the law, Attorney General, I'm going to give you the petition. But on the issue of content of musicians, which is being used and they are not paying and yet they are earning, I want the Committee on ICT, to handle and report back to this House within 30 days. Honorable Kayemba, you wanted to say something? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. On 21st July 2022, my comrade Honorable Hilary Chiaga was given leave by this Parliament to process the amendment of the 2006 Copyright and Neighboring Rights Bill. Uganda Law Reform Commission took it over. We are now approaching 1.5 years. We haven't got any feedback from them. So my prayer is, the Attorney General's office handling this should speed up and expertise, because the thieves are stealing, yet the industry is suffering. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Now, Honorable colleagues, you can see why our friends are petitioning all this period. Attorney General, what is the problem? As Honorable Nwagaba and Honorable Mshemeza.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I thought I would give this information. The enforcement body in respect of this particular law is the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. And referring this matter to the ICT committee, in my view, may not get the proper results. But however, there is also a wide literature in respect of case law and in respect of ringtones. As we wait for whichever committee or for the Attorney General to amend the Act, I would invite their fellow artists to consider using the courts of judicature to get remedies. But the enforcement authority is the Uganda Registration Services Bureau.
Thank you. You see, Honorable Nwagaba, what we are saying is simple. I've interacted with these people. Other artists in other countries are earning billions out of ringtones. But here they are not. Okay? And the committee responsible is the Committee on ICT. When people come here to petition and they need our urgent help. That's why I have said we handle it in a two-way approach, so that the Committee for ICT interacts with these agencies that are utilizing the content but are not paying. Even URSB, I know it's under Committee on Legal, but it can also appear and show the challenges. But in the meantime, the biggest chore, Attorney General, is just having the role. Okay? Is just having the role. Honorable Mshemeza.